Well, I'm just coming out of Darby, and over here to my west is the Bitterroot Range. I'm looking through this berm, which looks to be about 15 years old based on the trees, and I just came through Gibbons Pass, which is pass Lewis and Clark went through. I'm still one day out of Darby, and over here to the east, it's supposed to be the Pittler Anaconda, but I may be too far south for that. But nonetheless, there's a lot of burn over the last probably 15-20 years. There's a similar view to yesterday, still in a lot of burns. This lake is aptly named Surprise Lake because I was walking up through the woods and all of a sudden here it was. And way out there to the north on the horizon, you can see some bigger mountains. This is my water source. I'm spraying in there. Took a little bit of hunting for it, but I found it. Another burn. Been in burns all day. This is probably the first best view of the Anaconda Pittler mountain range. This is the view from Rainbow Pass, looking southbound. The two lakes I went past and all the burns down there. So this is Warren Lake. It's on just on the north side of the third climb of the day. Wasn't too bad. It was about 1,000 feet. Well, this is the view looking north from Cutaway Pass. It's around 9,000 feet. It was a 3.5 mile climb, and it was about 1,600 feet, so it wasn't too steep, but it was still 3.5 miles, so it worked me. Well, I'm at 9250. This is the first major hump of the day, coming up from about 7,500, so another pretty big climb. You can see it's overcast and misty and rainy. Over there, I guess, is Rainbow Mountain. Here's a sign that says so. And here's the view to the north. Hard to say what today's going to shape up to be. My guess is it's going to be moist. I didn't think I'd have an AT experience out here, but it sure does look like AT in the spring. Well, I came over that little pass there. Thank God for the cairns, because I couldn't see a thing. You can see the excellent visibility I've got today. Rain, hail, a little bit of everything. This is day 21 on the trail, almost in Helena. Got a really cool view up here. And Mark's trying to elude my video. He's keep moving away from me. And, well, there he is. Okay. Oops. This is like day 23, up about 8,200 feet, which is kind of high for this section. I'm going to be in Lincoln tomorrow. For the Continental Divide, about 8,400 feet, and I'm looking west. Got some weather clouds coming in there. I don't know if they'll get us today or not, but sure is a good view from up here. It's a shame it's a little hazy. And now, looking to the east, well, you can really see a long way. Just ridge after ridge of mountains. We're just out of Lincoln, and this is our first really awesome view on top of some unnamed knoll. Well, if there's ever a question of being on the divide, I would say we're on it. You can see the trail down below in the saddle that we're about to go across, which is, I believe, Lewis and Clark Pass, one of the many places that Lewis and Clark went across. So our trail angel Gary, who brought us up here today, had a hand in laying this section of trail out, and he sort of apologized for making it all along the Continental Divide, but so that makes it a lot of climbing, but it sure has been pretty, and I'm gonna have to say thanks to Gary. Yeah. Great tree with this beautiful sunrise this morning up on this ridge. Second day of September. So we're leaving this drainage and we're crossing this little ridge here over to the other side. There's the mountain that was behind us, and we just came over this little bit of a pass and revealing this set of red mountains, and there's a really cool mountain out there in the distance. We're just blessed with view after view today as we attain each one of these saddles. I'm taking this short video of this little creek because it's really only been trickles here, so glad to have a nice water source like this for a change. Well, it's September 3rd, and this is the first pass out of Dearborn Creek drainage, and it's nice and sunny right now, but about a half hour ago I had all my clothes on and was cold, so changes pretty quick. Switchback pass in the rain. We made it. There's not a whole lot to look at, but here we are. Mark and I made it. This is the typical forest walk in the Spotted Bear section of the Bob Marshall Wilderness. It's rained a lot today, so everything's really wet and lush and dripping, and I've been wearing my rain gear all day. Just about. Unfortunately, it's a wet start to the day. Rained most of last night, so everything's super saturated, and my feet have been, I think they're so wet that they're giving up moisture to the plants. But the reach forecast said partly sunny later today, so I guess I'm hopeful about that, but I don't hold too much. Anyway, it's going to be another wet day, it looks like. It's hard to believe it's the same day, but you saw that shadow there by that tree, and here's my shadow, and behind me is my friend the sun, which I'm very glad to see today. Trail's still wet, but look, there's even some blue sky up ahead. Woo! It's September 8th, and I'm getting close to Glacier Park. I just climbed up from this saddle, just down below me, and over there to the left is the pass I came over last night.